I've just cut my lawn vertically. Not up and down, vertically. Watch the video, see how I did it if you want. Guten Abend, because it is now 16th of August. I've got my dates right, and it's 20 past 2 in the afternoon. Nearly finished Friday. Hope you're all doing well. So it's been Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 4 days since we were on the lawn and we applied the Angus 1044. And oh, the wife's going out spending more money again, so that means I can't get the lawnmower that I want. I'll tell you what, we're going to have to move my car. She's missed that. Car's moved, she's gone out spending more money. Anyway, back here. So 4 days ago we applied the Angus Amenities 1044 and it's had a bit of a bounce. It'll take a few more days to kick in because it's granular, it needs to break down. But yeah, I think we can see, hopefully you can see, and change settings on my screen again, how it's looking. So yeah, a bit more colour in it, it's getting there. But again, look at this, what is going on? It's August, twilight of summer, and we've got leaves and crap all over the lawn, and it does my head in. I'm a big proponent of summer. I like the heat, I like the light, long days. I'm not a big fan of winter. But anyway, this morning I had a bit more mycelium showing up, not as much as the other day, but it's there. So again, hopefully that'll something that will be eradicated soon. But today, as I mentioned, we're going to get on with the verticutter. Now, I know is it a verticutter, is it not a verticutter, blah blah blah, but it cuts vertically, so it is a verticutter. I've got to do it today because I'm going to hospital tomorrow for a procedure, so I'll be out of action, so I need to get this done now, and the sun's coming out, lovely jubbly. Anyway, so the Bosch AVR 1100, no idea why it's called an 1100, but it's an AVR 1100. This is the machine stolen off my good friend Jamie Shattuck. Hope he's doing well. But basically, as I've mentioned on a previous video, you've got maybe 4 different types of vertical cutting machines that you can get. So, as we'll put here, you've got your power rake, which is a springtime one. You have your scarifier, which will be like solid blades, and then you'll have this, which is that people class as a verticutter, but this is also a scarifier in my opinion. The blades aren't just fixed to rotate, and the centrifugal force will bring them into line so it will cut through the sward. Then you've got the various different grooming cassettes where you have from like Mototech, where you get the multiple Ninja Star blades which will groom through the grass, all in these pictures here. But anyway, today we're on this with this point AVR. Great bit of kit. Only issue we do have with it is not an interchangeable cartridge, so if you get this and you wanted a dedicated scarifier, you are looking at getting another machine similar size. You know, you go to Screwfix, you go to Aldi's and Lidl's every so often with the Parkside stuff. You can get the ones with the interchangeable combs, interchangeable units, and then you can go to Mototech, who can get you the actual grooming cartridge, which would be best for what I'm doing now. But anyway, so this is what it is. So there's multiple very blunt blades now, but these will spin round and they will cut through the sward, spinning at whatever rate it does, and just cutting through that lateral growth and just try to thin out the sward. So that's what we're going to try to do today. We're going to use it on the light setting so it just gently passes over, and we shall see. That's what I'm going to do today. So we'll give it a groom, a verticut, yeah. AVR V is verticutting. So we'll go over that gently. I think we're going to put it on the highest setting 1, pass it just up and down, not going to go mad with it, and then get on with the mower, and then we'll see how it looks afterwards. Hopefully we'll get a lovely cut. Just before we do that, as I mentioned, we've got the feed that went on. It's still not fully broken down. As you can see, there's some bits that need to break down. Now hopefully we won't get any issues in flicking that up or whatever, but it needs doing. Timing is of the essence. Due to being out of action potentially for a week, I'm away next weekend. I'm going to Silverstone Festival, which will be good with work. So yes, reasons why we got to do these things as they are now. Otherwise I'd like to wait, maybe do it on Sunday, but I don't know how I'm feeling on Sunday. So anyway, we'll go from there and we'll give it a pass up and down on both lawns, and then we will continue on there. Oh, it's the big man's birthday this week. He's 55. So after that first pass, I don't think it's really touched it. So I think we'll go on setting number 2. I think. So it looks, yeah, setting number 2. Risk it for that almighty biscuit. Sorry, setting 4 that was, and then we're on setting 3. Setting 1's the lowest. There we go. Mavericking it, going down one more, number 2. Let's see how it goes on this little pass. Right, so what have we got? After that, I don't know if you can see in there, there's not a lot. There's a little bit, but if we can get that on camera, bit of muck, bit of dust, but a few blades of grass, which is all right. Now I think if we have a quick scan over here now, we can see the lines what have been generated standing all these blades of grass up, giving it that 3G look without the rubber crumb getting stuck in your house. But it stood a lot of them up. But what the groomers will have over these little verticutting machines, I mean that's what, £1. Usually Amazon, they've got them on a fire sale every so often, don't they? Yeah, they're £100, but it's a fixed thing. You can get the 70-60 quid ones from Screwfix in Parkside, and then you spend another 150 quid from Motortech. Not sure on the pricing, but yeah, it's about 200 quid in total. I think you'd be looking for a normal one. I've been looking at one because of the size of the back lawn, because of the 200 square metres around here. I want to get a petrol one, which is about 300 quid for the Scarifier itself, but we shall see. But it's looking all right. Obviously we've still got the issues with you stay there with the old bits of dead matter there, so I think we might go another pass. I might try it on number 4 and see how it copes, but as a starter it's not ruined it just yet. We might ruin it in a minute. I'm going to do it. I'm going to give it a run on the lowest setting and just see. I'll do it on the far side. Now this one here has been on the lowest setting at the top, and it's a much more aggressive result. Now usually I use this machine for scarifying and removing all the crap up in multiple passes, but as you can see here, much clearly defined the tracks that have been left. It's cutting into the soil a little bit, and I don't really want to do that, so we'll avoid going on number 4. We'll knock it back up onto number 3, and we'll do another pass over, and yeah, I think that's what we'll do. So second pass we collected a little bit more, but there's not a lot there, but hopefully you can see it should freshen up the grass. But yeah, it's a good piece of kit, but if you're wanting to buy one of these scarifiers or verticutters or whatever, I'd recommend getting one with interchangeable cartridges, so at a later date you can always get the groomer cartridge to fit in. That's my point of view on this. I've not used the groomer cartridge yet, but I can tell just by doing this process the groomer cartridge will give much more coverage because the blades are much closer together, and yeah, and gently tickle the surface. But like I said, Nathan, like I said on that Toro thing, the weed whacker, I think we should call them, because that's best what they use for whacking weeds, rather than edging and doing stuff like that. There's a use for it. There's use for it in the garden, so that's why they manufacture them, that's why they sell them, and that's what's going on. So 2 passes on that side. We'll do the other side, then we'll put the machine away, and then we'll get on with the old webby web. So both sides now done. About what, half an hour's job roughly, both sides, and I'm surprised I've not used this in my arsenal a lot before. I mean, it's done a very good job standing up all those grasses. Can we get a good shot? Can we? But yeah, there's a little moron. Can't see him, but anyway, don't want to see him. But you can see down there the tracks that it's made. And the other thing it does on this machine, it picks up a lot of the crap. So almost like a power rake, a bit like what a scarifier can do, but they all do the similar kind of stuff. Like I've mentioned, it's all about the aggressiveness. But yeah, deep in my thought while I was doing that, it's cleared up a lot of this. I'm very happy with that. How it's picked up a lot of the twigs, nut seeds, or what do you call them, nuts and seeds, and bits of stuff. Oh, sorry people. There, can you see me now? You can't see me. See me now. See me now. I'm on a bus. So yeah. Again, wind's blowing some of the dead leaves back onto the grass, but it looks a lot better. It looks cleaner, and the amount that we've took off is minimal. So we should get a good cut in a minute when we get all web out. But the other thing is, what was I going to say then? Yeah, you can see faintly almost the stripes, and that's caused by the roller, what the blades, the tines, whatever you call it, more blades than tines, it will flatten the grass down. But we've done a good job, I think. I've enjoyed doing that. I don't want to walk over it too much and compress the grass, but it's picked up a lot of rubbish, and let's see what we've picked up. Let's open you up. Motion at my front door. Come on. Oh, that's quite heavy, that. Now that'll probably be more to do with all the bit. Well, I don't know, a combination of the two really. So let's get you in the right angle. We'll get there. Anyway, so we've got leaves, we've got rubbish, but yeah, bits of grass, bits of moss, bits of bark, a little bit of soil. But yeah, there we go, some of the grass that comes through. But it'll have thinned it out slightly, which when we're getting at this moment in time, excuse me, TikTok. Hello again. It's like a racehorse that I've got here at the fair. No, Harry Potter's broomstick. Where was I going with that train of thought then? Yeah, that was it with the disease. So with the mycelium that we're seeing on the grass in the mornings due to the humid nights, this thinning out process should help the grass become a little bit more disease resistant, if you will. It should help it that way. Well, there's still a few bits of a dead grass in there, so we've not gone massively aggressively. But I think I'll have to start doing this more often, which means I'll have to look at getting a proper grooming cartridge. That's it. So when I was mowing up and down, I had the thoughts about the cartridges. I think we've got like 4 now, if you will. Did I say 4? You've got a power rate, which is mainly for getting up the leaves, the nuts, the twigs and stuff like that to clean the lawn. Then you got this, I would say, the verticutter for me, which would be the next thing, to just gently cut through the grass vertically, remove some stuff. And the scarifier, which is the much more aggressive version of that and can get deep into the soil, which you would probably use at seeding. And then finally, the groomer, which is almost like a new one, because if that's what the verticutter standard was, we keep that as a verticutter, and then we bring the groomer as a new tool. Just my opinion, let people know what you think. But yeah, it's just the thought process that I've had for different types of tools, because they're very similar things but in different guises. Anyway, all aiming for one goal. But anyway, let's get the web out and give it a cut now, because that looks pretty slick, I think. Not bad, it's getting there. You can still see the verticutting grooves throughout the sward. Anyway, we're going to pause it there for 1 second for you. A bit longer for me, for 2 reasons. 1, father-in-law has made me a brew. Number 2, some things that we need to discuss, and it might get a little bit sweary. We're talking about Leeds and how bad they've started the season. It's kind of funny when Blackburn have scored 6. We've scored 9, 10 we've scored at the beginning of this season. Anyway, they've conceded 6 in 2 games, we've scored 10. By the by, we've lost Sammy, so best not laugh too much. Anyway, back to the lawn. Look at this, beautiful stripes, beautiful pup, beautiful lawn, very little weed on show. Same on this side. I cannot wait to take some photos of it and put it in the UK lawn care community, because they love it, they love seeing the pictures, by the by. But yeah, this is where we're at now. So there is a few bits of weeds and stuff like that, as you can see. I do need to get on with the old weed killer. See, there's one there I could do with being eradicated, another one here. But overall, for you know what it is, a front garden lawn, you see it's good looking. Stripes aren't too bad, especially when we stand here, so we walk down, it's nice and easy going this way. But when you walk into the sun, you can see the stripes almost disappear. It's very difficult to identify them with the sunshine, but I think I've done a reasonable job at keeping the line straight. I hope I'm walking the right way. Yes, I was. But yeah, overall another good result. So verticutting for the win. Clippings again looking absolutely. Oh, where are you, camera? Can you see them there? Well, let me see. Beautiful, beautiful, healthy, looking very healthy, really healthy. So I'm very happy with that. But yeah, vertical cutting for the win. So introduce it into your lawn care regime. I think we'll end it there because we're going go-karting at 5 o'clock, and it's now 4:28. So a lovely afternoon on the lawn after work, after a short week at work, after being in Germany. Thanks to everyone who's watched the last video. It's flown over 2,000 views in just over a day and a half, so thank you everyone who's there. Looking at the analytics, 55% of you aren't subscribed, so go on, hit that subscribe button for me, you know, help grow the channel, get to more people, so then I can get your comments, get your feedback, and people tell me if I'm doing anything wrong or how they do things, because I want to learn more, and that's one of the reasons why I've done this, is to showcase my hobby and to learn more, to try and get this lawn better. And it's working, because it is looking good. But let's see if anyone can recommend other bits and pieces. Like the lawnmowers have been recommended, Ransom Surtees as a push mower. If we can get one of them, fantastic. But yeah, but everyone, thank you very much for everyone who's subscribed to the channel. Like I say, when we get to around about 2,000, we'll do a draw, and we'll get something out to someone on the winner. Some seaweed and some fertiliser. We'll discuss whether you want spring, summer, or if you want autumn, winter type of stuff. We'll get there and decide that, but we need to get to 2,000 first before we do that. But yeah, thanks again for everyone. There's my lawn, that's me, and we'll leave it at that. We'll go karting. Have a good weekend. I'll be the same.